Good morning, everyone. Oh, what a morning already. It's just been amazing already. I've only been up for about 30-45 minutes and it's already been, wow, great. Let's keep going. So, I woke up this morning and realized I lost my other glasses just like this. But this one has a crack here, which I fixed with what's called hot glue. Hot glue gun. Working good, but so I've been wearing the other ones, a new pair, another pair, a newer pair I hadn't been using because I had these, and I don't know where they are. This morning I'm going, so I thought, well, I better get these back out. And I better be careful that I don't lose these, so I said, well, so what do I do? And immediately it came, well, just be very vigilant with this pair of glasses then, till you find the other ones, or I have no idea where they are. And I don't care really well for them, even though they're the broken ones. Well, yeah, I'm going, oh yeah, that makes sense. Now I have to just be really vigilant. As I had the two pairs, I knew where they were, no big deal. I just thought, what if I lose one or leave it somewhere? And now I have this one pair that I know where it's at. Right here, right here. Yes, okay. Because if I lose this pair, I can't read the Bible. I can't read the Word of God. There's no way. I look at this, doesn't matter how far away I go, I can't. It's just a blur. So I got to be really vigilant now. Make sure I know where these glasses are. Right? Yes. Even though they're broken, or I fixed them, they work just fine again. Right? Yet. Yes. Okay. How do we take care of things? And when we end up, that's my last resource. That's my last thing. Then you've got to be extra vigilant. Isn't that the same? Got to be extra vigilant on how we walk through life. Guess what? This is it. That's the one life we have. That's that. And some people believe in reincarnation. Actually, there is some, if one wants to call it that, reincarnation does happen somewhat. It depends on very, very special circumstances. But for most of us, I'd say 90% of us, even maybe more, this is it. One time, right? One life. Yes. I came across interesting, my granddaughter, my youngest one, she came out early and already had something to tell me, and then she's like, Guruji, can I listen to some songs? I said, well, I still got to make my Bible video first. Oh, okay, all right. It wasn't, nothing. And so we ended up watching some other things first, and she was mesmerized by a couple of stories. She wanted to keep watching it again and again and again. One was a little boy that was born with only 2% of its brain, of his brain, and on how he developed, and on how Siamese twins who had been conjoined by their heads, then were separated, and then each one only had half a brain per se, and then how that went with them, and they came across frankincense oil. Okay, yes, and on how that helped them regain all their motor function, all their brain activity. Just, it was amazing to see that, and they again, through social media, these girls found out about this little boy, went to the parents, said, hey, try this. They did. And that boy had developed into a genius, just about. oh, was it true? So I went and checked out. Is that right? Frankincense oil? Okay, yeah, supposedly it's true. I thought, well, why don't they apply that with people with dementia and Alzheimer's? Supposedly they are. Or people are who hear about it and are giving it to their parents or people who, but it's not a part of our medical profession, it sounds like. Why not? If that's really such a breakthrough. Yeah, frankincense comes from trees. Did you guys know that? Well, anyway, it's a resin. Yes. Well, pine resin too has amazing healing powers when it comes to already closed up. Now I've seen people put it on open wounds. I'm not sure that's supposedly not something you should do. But once the wound is closed up and there's still stuff going on with the incision or whatever, that you put that on and it heals it up. And actually, I gave my mom an ointment that I made with pine resin, and for her ankle that she had surgery on, it just wouldn't heal up properly. It was closed up, but just wasn't, something was just not right. And she ended up putting that on every day, and there you go. And it also helps with scars. It helps lighten scars. Some, if they're light, they even go away. So, yes, okay. Tree resin, yes. Interesting to me. What is it that science still to this day, especially when it comes to medical things, why are they so against what God has given out there? Or so unwilling to, right, make that a part of it all? Why? Why is that? I'm not, yes? Why not let God be God? And you just, the one that serves God. And then the people, of course. Why not? Why can't that be done? Yes, there's a lot of hocus pocus going on out there with that as well. But we already know that. But this seems to be something really amazing. So she was watching this little boy who you could tell there's an old brain here or whatever, right? And had to have some surgeries to snap. Then it seemed to develop just right. This boy, after he was about 5 or 6 years old, it all looked normal. She was just mesmerized by that. Can I watch this again, Gross? She's 4. I want to watch it again. And I even read to her. She says, stop reading, Gross. I don't need it. And then there was another one where a man was born without arms and legs. And he was preaching. And that too, I'm sure she couldn't quite understand what he was saying. And she was mesmerized by this man that was teaching about Jesus, God, but had no arms and no legs. Just, did they get cut off, girls? Yes, no, he was born like that. But it doesn't matter because he's preaching about God. That's the best thing. The best job you could have. Look at him. And anyway, so that was another one. She wanted, let's watch it again, Cozy. Yes, she was just wanted to know what's going on here. Yes. Then right after that, there was a post with an eagle that was a bald eagle stretching and just and she said, that's an eagle, Cozy. I said, yes, it's a bald eagle. And she was just mesmerized again watching it. And that gave me I probably have, I'm in the animal world so often this and that. Oftentimes I just, oh yeah, that's pretty, and then don't look at the whole thing. But because she was so interested, and I'm reading that the part underneath, and it said, God gave us eyes to see the beauty of nature, and he gave us hearts to see the beauty in others. And with the other 2 posts that we had just watched, oh my gosh, right there. And here's a 4-year-old child who's, I don't know, again, right? Was she just guided in a way by Spirit World to guide me because of her fascination, her wonder over, right? Something that, yes, she notices, what is that? And then just her heart completely went with it all. And then I said that here comes the bald eagle that was just stretching one side and then the other side. And she was just, it gave me time to read what it says underneath. And to share it here, that gets better. So how often have I asked, right, in my videos, what is it about the Israelites? Right? And are we getting this properly? Right? Translated this, that. Oh, there's people who say, well, if you really want to read the Bible, learn how to read Hebrew and Greek. Okay, thanks guys. Yes, I don't have a life otherwise, right? I need to learn these two languages in order for to get what? The 100% of God's word? There are other people out there who have these talents. They should be doing their job. Here it is. So, I've wondered, right? Yes, are the Levites doing their job actually among the Israelites? Well, there are still some rabbis out there today who are. And they are properly giving the translations on what it actually meant, even into the New Testament, where they're saying, you guys think that when Jesus sometimes talked to people that he was all like, snooty this and that, but you're wrong. No, he followed with tradition. He followed with certain traditions that were very important, and he did not overstep. Yes, then he did whatever he wanted anyway, but yes, he acknowledged the positions of other people. He did, not necessarily rabbis, right, but other people. And he gave the example of how Jesus turned water into wine. And it was very interesting to listen to him. Because, well, there you go. I just found someone who will be able to give me a lot of answers to questions that I have. When it comes to the Old Testament, I'm going, this doesn't sound right. Are the Israelites, no, Moses, Joshua, the Israelites, the Levites, really following God's commandments, God's guidance? And he said exactly the same thing I've been saying. No, the people didn't. They took the commandments and they circumvented them. Did. So anyway, and he says that even in the Torah, there are certain things missing that would explain better on what actually happened, or the traditions, than what later on in the New Testament on how it happened and how that actually can be understood, better understood, or how it actually was. But they were left out. Certain scrolls were just left out and are not even in the Torah. So, wonderful. It's the channel I found. It's on YouTube. It's called it's Rood of Awakening. It's ROOD of Awakening. Yes. So if you're interested, I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to be listening to this guy more. It's helping me with all of this. And again, right? So here I'm questioning. That's not the God of love, I know. This is just, what is this? And in here, so here, what am I doing? What am I trying to do besides just reading the Bible? Not, okay, let's do this as a condition, right? It's a good one, right? And then I'm coming across all the stuff, and all right, am I being too critical? Am I being too? Do I get it? It's not. And here, God's guiding me towards a video saying, no, you're good. You're trying to do as well. Restore God's reputation. Yes, there's a reason why not everyone immediately just follows God. Too many discrepancies, too many wishy-washy ways out there, even among Christians, even among Muslims, even among whatever religion there is out there, when they believe in the one God. Right? Yes, very interesting. I had an amazing morning already. Oh, thanks, Father. You go, girl. All right, let's keep going here. If one finds it. If you get, that's the other. So vigilant, stay vigilant. What you watch, what you want to be a part of. I see, maybe because of what I watch, I see so many amazing things, amazing people around the world sharing. Yes, saw one yesterday, a young woman. Her thing is, I share one positive thing every day on what's going on around the world. Wow, great. Yes. There are hundreds, thousands of people getting together in places, singing about Jesus and God all over the world. I saw one in Israel where they came together, right? Yes. And then I saw another one, I'm not sure, somewhere here in the United States, right? Yes. Young people. These are not brought in from the nursing homes or this or that. Oh, believing in God's an old-timey thing, right? No. Young people. Young people. Excited, just excited about the love of God, the existence of God, the creator of it all. Mm-hmm. We have eyes. God gave us eyes to see the beauty in nature. And he gave us hearts to see the beauty in others. All right. Now, let's go see how beautiful the Israelites are. Oh, my daughter gave me the latest picture of my oldest granddaughter. They're back from vacation. Everything went well. Wonderful. Okay, so here we are in Joshua 21. The levitical cities. Of course, we have to talk about the Levites now. So the last thing about it. So among the Israelites, I'm not an Israelite. I was not born a Jew, though my lineage, originating from Switzerland, the Celts, originating from somewhere, goes back all the way to Jesus' time. Yes, my lineage goes that far back, all documented too. Yeah, quite something, right? Yes, I'm not. I probably wasn't. Or my ancestors, way back, could have been one of the Gentiles. I'm not sure. Yes. Here, I just saw a video of a rabbi who's still a levitical priest, and he's teaching properly today. That's quite something. Yes, they're important. They're important for the rest of us. As I said, so we're not steered in the wrong direction. By whom? Levitical priests at the time of the Israelites in the Old Testament who didn't do their job. That's a fact. All right, we're talking about this because that's where we are at here. Right? Of course, this applies in other places. Okay, vigilance in studying, vigilance in, right? Yes, with the one thing in our hearts that we should have. God is a God of love. Done. Oh, so another good one, which I will mention later on if I remember. Might finish up with that one. Okay, Joshua 21, the Levitical cities. The heads of families of the Levites then came to the priest Eleazar, Joshua, son of Nun, and the heads of families of the tribes of Israel. They were then at Shiloh in Canaan. They said to them, through Moses, Yahweh ordered us to be given towns to live in with their pasture lands for our livestock. Aha, here we go. In compliance with Yahweh's order, the Israelites consequently and from their own heritage gave the Levites the following towns with their pasture lands. They're not supposed to inherit anything. Not in the physical. There you go. The guy was not wrong. They really did. Nope. And what are they doing? Well, Yahweh said, God said, are you sure? It's been some time, hasn't it? Yeah, people forget. Or, well, that could have been understood in this way or that way. Very interesting, the story that he gave. This guy, this rabbi, I wish I could remember his name now, with on how Jesus actually turned water into wine. Anywho, all right, Daniela, come on now, get going. And I'm just so excited. In compliance with Yahweh's order, okay, lots were cast for the clans of the Kohathites to those Levites who were sons of Aaron the priest. Fell 13 towns from the tribes of Judah. Simeon and Benjamin, to the other sons of Kohath by clans, fell the 10 towns from the tribes of Ephraim. Dan and the half-tribe of Manasseh. To the sons of Gershon by clans fell 13 towns from the tribes of Issachar. Asher, Naphtali. Here I came across that leaf again. It's a paper thing. And the half-tribe of Manasseh in Bashan. The sons of Merari by clans fell 12 towns from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. The Israelites assigned these towns and their pasture lands to the Levites by lot, as Yahweh had ordered through Moses. You see that? As Yahweh had ordered through Moses. It's not true. It's not what he said. The portion of the Kohathites. From the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Simeon, they gave the towns named below. The first portion was for the sons of Aaron, belonging to the clans of the Kohathites, to the sons of Levi, since the first lot was theirs. They gave them Kiriath Arba, Anak's father's town, now Hebron, in the highlands of Judah, with its surrounding pasture lands. The fields and villages of this town, however, they gave to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, as his property. To the sons of Aaron, the priest, they gave Hebron, a city of refuge for those who had killed, with its pasture lands, as well as Libnah with its pasture lands, Jatir with its pasture lands, Eshtemoa with its pasture lands, Holon with its pasture lands, Debir with its pasture lands, Ashan with its pasture lands, Utah with its pasture lands, and Beth Shemesh with its pasture lands. 9 towns taken from these 2 tribes and from the tribe of Benjamin. Gibeon with its pasture lands. Oh. Gibeon again. Given away again. Geba with its pasture lands. Anatot with its pasture lands. And Almon with its pasture lands. 4 towns. Total number of towns for the priests, the sons of Aaron, 13 towns with their pasture lands. As regards the clans of the sons of Kohath, those Levites still left of the sons of Kohath, the towns of their lot were taken from the tribe of Ephraim. They were given Shechem, a city of refuge for those who had killed, with its pasture lands in the highlands of Ephraim, as well as Gezer with its pasture lands, Kipzaim with its pasture lands, and Beth Horon with its pasture lands, 4 towns. From the tribe of Dan, El-Teke with its pasture lands, Gibbethon with its pasture lands, Aijalon with its pasture lands, and Gat Rimmon with its pasture lands, 4 towns. And from the half-tribe of Manasseh, Tanakh with its pasture lands, and Jibleam with its pasture lands, 2 towns. In all 10 towns with their pasture lands for the remaining clans of the sons of Kohath. I don't know. Well, they had to be somewhere too, right? But again, how did God decide that that one tribe wasn't going to inherit anything? What they inherited was all what? Spiritual, direct spiritual guidance. Yes? And again, to do that job right, if a priest, a rabbi, whatever, who is in the service, in that type of service of God, you don't have time for another job. You're probably more busy than anybody else with a job. And the way I grew up, for example, as a Catholic, all these priests were taken care of by the people, by the town, by the whole nation. In Switzerland, you even pay a church tax. I'm not sure how it is now, but at the time when I was growing up there, you paid a church tax with your regular taxes to take care of the living situation of these priests. Yes? Okay, was it all done right? Well, what does that matter? Right? I'm giving an example on how the people, even of Israel, and the way that I understand that God gave the Levites their job, and then on how they're supposed to be taken care of according to truly God's direction and guidance. The rest of the nation of Israel was supposed to take care of the Levites. Yes? Okay, so they had some towns. I get that. But the pasture lands is a bit, okay. And so they all were given parts of other tribes. Okay, well, that could have been just, okay, we're going to take on this many of the Levites. Other tribes, again, should have given, being assigned a certain amount of the Levites, right? That then they absorb into their community of spiritual guidance, and then of course do what? Take care of them. Yes, that would have been the right way to go. I think that's what I understand. What God would have wanted, right? Yes, so that right. The Levites could stay vigilant among the Israelites with the spiritual guidance. Yes? Well, as I said, you get so busy in life, then you don't have time for what? Yes? Yes? But the Levites assigned to would do what? Keep the people on track. No, we can't do this. No, let's go this way. Doing great. Taking care of all their spiritual needs, the guides, making sure that God stays among them. Yes? Oh, what about the women and the children? Do you know that I have mentioned my church before in California? It didn't just take the priest to make that church, that community, that tribe, that clan under the umbrella of God. It took everyone. It took everyone to be there to help out with all different kinds of things to make it the most amazing experience every time the community got together. Yes? Now think, if you'd actually have in every tribe, in every family, in every tribe, in every clan, in every tribe, in every nation, town, whatever nation, you would have certain families assigned to take care of the well-being of everyone. Oh, there's a child that suddenly has no parents. Or, what happened? Why is this happening? So they can. Then, the women, the young women, the married women, for example, oh, well, we're going to have to absorb this child. Either we need to find the parents, or we need to absorb this child into our clan, into our family. Yes? You understand what I'm saying? So, it doesn't just take, say at this time, the men who are taking care of everything, right? When it came to the spiritual guidance of God. No. God assigned whole families, a whole clan, a whole tribe, the Levites, to that. But there was one condition. You can't inherit anything physically. You inherit spiritually. Absolute guidance. That's what you give. Then what comes back to you is what others inherited when it came to the physical. Food, clothing, housing, right? Yes? That is that written down wrong as well? Or was it completely misunderstood? Or did the desire of the people, of the Levites, take over and say, well, we're going to go, we got to live too. And God did give us, right? Yeah, he did. He gave them something very specific, but it wasn't land. Okay. The thing. The portion of the sons of Merari. To the clans of the sons of Merari, the remainder of the Levites, fell from the tribe of Zebulun, Jokneam with its pasture lands, Karta with its pasture lands, Rimmon with its pasture lands, and Nahalal with its pasture lands, 4 towns. On the other side of the Jordan, opposite Jericho, from the tribe of Reuben, Bezer in the desert, on the tableland, a city of refuge for those who had killed, with its pasture lands, Yahaz with its pasture lands, Kedemot with its pasture lands, and Mepat with its pasture lands, 4 towns. And from the tribe of Gad, Ramoth in Gilead, a city of refuge for those who had killed, with its pasture lands, Mahanaim with its pasture lands, Heshbon with its pasture lands, and Jazer with its pasture lands, 4 towns. Here's another thing as well with all that. Now that all the tribes says, oh sure, yeah, let's do that. Think, what's easier? If suddenly, as a clan and a tribe, and they are your people, okay, you're going to have to take in this clan, and this clan, this family, this family, and this family, and you need to absorb that into your community, and you need to take care of them. Basically, say, okay, in order for you to get, to actually truly follow God's guidance and direction, you need to take this particular family into your home. Okay, sounds good. But then, because you realize the desire of the other family, who would rather have their own house as well, this snap, right? Yes? Say, okay, that sounds good. So we're going to give you this house to be in. This part of land is going to be yours. What does that do? Now you got a separation going on of what? The physical and the spiritual. For example, if we go with what God's direction actually is, when it comes to one part of society is out there taking care of things, growing food, cleaning up, this and that, right? Yes, right? Making money so you can buy more, this and that. And other parts of society that do what? Physically help you, for example, doctors. Right? Healing, physical and spiritual healing. Help you. Right? So busy. Right? Wouldn't that be great to have another family in the house? Say, okay, your job is to take care of the house, to cook, to cut the wood, whatever, right? Fix the cars, isn't that about the rest of the other family? Right? We're going to work. Oh, could have been both. Right? The men going to work, the women staying home, taking care of the house, the children. Then, if certain things happen, you have a backup that can take care of the children. Right? One of the women gets sick, or pregnant, having a baby. Right? The other one says, hey, you rest now. Right? You rest. Make sure that you take good care of you and the baby in your womb. Right? I'll take care of the rest for that time. Right? Yes? Do you see the give and take that goes on here? When? Okay. The give and take, I don't think, was happening here. Because the clans now going, we don't have to absorb them. We're just going to give them, you know, their own thing, their own towns, especially the ones, right? Which I think would have also been the right thing. No, you're getting the towns where, again, what was needed there, right? The spiritual guidance for people who have gone what? Off the rails, this and that, or I don't know what. Trying to figure out, what did I do? How did this even happen? Accidentally and unintentionally, right? Yes. Finding out the truth, yet giving people a safe place to be. But that does not include pasture lands. You see? See what I mean? But there's this other way now where one can separate. Yeah, that sounds good. This actually sounds really good because it absolves us from having to take care of this particular tribe. Though, again, it was the Levites who wanted that separation. they didn't really want the job of the spiritual guidance counselors. Sounds to me like. Yes. And no doubt they became too busy with what they suddenly now inherited physically to then really properly take care of the rest of the tribes. Yes. Yeah, interesting. Again, so when I think back on what the guy said, that rabbi said this morning, yeah, the Israelites did. They decided that they were going to circumvent the commandments. We're going to make them sound like we're still doing it. We're going to include God, but when it came down to it, no, they weren't following God's guidance anymore or direction. It's true. Total number of towns forming the lot of the sons of Merari by clans of the remaining Levitical clans, 12 towns. The total number of towns for the Levites in Israelite territory was 48 towns with their pasture lands. These towns consisted in each case of the town itself and the pasture land around it. This was the case with all the towns. End of the distribution. This was how Yahweh gave the Israelites the entire country which he had sworn to give to their ancestors. They took possession of it and settled in it. Yahweh granted them tranquility on all their frontiers, just as he had sworn to their ancestors, and of all their enemies, not one succeeded in resisting them. That's not true. We know that's not true either. Yahweh put all their enemies at their mercy. Yeah, I don't think that was God, right? Yeah, okay. Well, again, of all the promises that Yahweh had made to the house of Israel, not one failed. All were fulfilled. Were they? Were they really? The promises that Yahweh made to the Israelites? Or did the Israelites, that was the end of 21, or did the Israelites figure out that we can go ahead and do whatever we want, really, when it comes down to it? And it was their own, it wasn't God's will, it wasn't God's ideal. It was, when this was all done, it was definitely the Israelites' will. And I think this chapter, the Levitical cities, Joshua 21, proves that 100%. Yeah? Are there some problems with translation or whatever? I can read through the lines because I've read what came before here. But the Israelites should have known that too, even if it has been hundreds and hundreds of years already, generation after generation after generation. I think that in many ways the Levite tribe lost their vigilance when it came to the purpose of their tribe because of their own desires. And the rest of the Israelites didn't step in and say, well, no, that's not, sorry, but I was taught differently. My grandpa's stories are, my father's stories are, right, that your tribe, right, and we're willing, we're going to take care of you. If in the physical, you help us stay vigilant and straight, according to God in spirit and with the spiritual, in the service of God. So we're all in the service of God, not just your tribe. We all become like that. Yes? What did I mention? If everyone on the road were to get in the car and say, I am the one who has to watch out for everyone else out there. It isn't anyone else's job out there to watch out for me while I'm driving. I'm going to do that. What if everyone were to think that way before they get in the car? How many accidents do you think, unintentional accidents, right, would happen then? and follow what? The rules and laws on the road, in a car, on a motorcycle, on a bike, even walking. When you're among other people. What if everybody, everyone were to do that? What if the Israelites would have told the Levites, no, you're not getting nothing. You will get your places to live. We're going to take good care of you. Sure, own a dog, own a goat. Right? But you're not getting pasture land for it. You're going to have to somehow. Right? We're going to, as I said, did they need goats? Did they have time to take care of all that? Taking care of so many tribes and clans around them. Even the women. Did they have time for that? Yeah. You don't? God already knew that. That's why he decided, no, you're not getting nothing in the physical. You're going to have way too much work to do otherwise. Yes? But the Israelites, okay, yeah, sure. Let's give you, right? And there doesn't seem to be any complaining going on. Like Reuben or Gad or any of them go and say, hey, half tribe of Manasseh, half tribe of Benjamin, whatever. No. Hey, wait a second. No. What do you mean? Take over pasture land as well. No, that's not what we understand. No. We're not doing that. Nobody complained that they had to give up a part of their inheritance given by them, by Lot, according to God's direction. Isn't interesting? So everybody got what they wanted, in a way, in the physical. They also got what they wanted to circumvent God's direction, the Ten Commandments, isn't it? They got that. They got that too. They got exactly what they wanted. Yes? Well, there you go. What can I say? I remember. I just thought, that's gone out of my mind. I don't know what that was anymore. That just came back. It's a guy. He's actually quite hypnotic to listen to because of his voice in a way, but told a story. I'll make it a little shorter than he did. 3 guys, old guys, sitting outside. Couple. They've been sitting there, have a house, in front of their house. Look, there's these 3 guys there. They've been sitting there for a long time. Let's go and invite them into the house. So the woman goes out and says, hey, why don't you guys come for dinner? They said, no, we can't do that. Oh, why can't you do that? Well, only one of us can come in. Oh, okay. And one of the 3 guys says, so this is wealth. This is success. And I'm love. Only one of us can come in to eat. Oh. Okay, let me go talk to my husband. Goes in and says, well, which one are we going to invite? Husband goes, let's invite wealth. Right? Then we're going to be wealthy all our lives, this and that. The wife says, no, let's do success. Success will lead us to wealth, right? Yes? Okay. So they kept talking. Finally, she went out again and she said, which one was love? That was me. Okay. You come on in. Why did they decide on love? I don't know. It doesn't say. But they chose properly. While love walks towards the house, wealth and success follow. She turns around and says, I thought only one of you guys could come in. Love says, well, you chose right. You chose love. You invited love into your house. Wealth and success will automatically follow. Oh. If you had chosen either wealth or success, The rest of us, the other two, would have had to stay outside. Oh, interesting. Yes, it's true. And it depends on what you consider wealth and success. But if you have love in your house, again, what is God? Fear, vengeance, wrath. Well, the expressions kind of go with right? Yes? Or love. Can be tough love, destructive love, love that guides, not just permits. Permits, rather. Interesting. And wealth, one form or another, and success, one form or another, follows. It's the truth. I couldn't help myself, I shared this one post about this 11-year-old boy. Now, I'm not sure how old the post is, and he's knitting, he's crocheting. Difference there. He's crocheting. He's a fast crocheter, and he has something in his mind that he wants to make, and crocheting is one of those things that it's amazing what one can all do with it. Interestingly enough, my older granddaughter, came back from Florida from the beach, and she brings back a little crocheted turtle. And I'm like, let's do this. Let's make all kinds of animals. I totally was like, oh yeah, let's. Then saw this inspiring story about an 11-year-old. And the reason he's doing it, he's knitting, he's crocheting, right, as fast as he can to snap all different things, learning from other people as well, and loves on how gracious people are about him wanting to crochet, right? Do you know why he's doing it? Oh, it goes so well with this video this morning. Oh, thank you guys. You reminded me of that one too. It's because he wants to become a surgeon. And he wants to have the best, fastest hands to do that. Beautiful story. 11-year-old. Knows what he wants. He's already working towards what? And you can tell the love this boy has for what he's doing. And also he gives things away, right? Yes, not just from the sale of some of his things. He's going to put that away for his retirement. Yeah. 11-year-old. He's working for his own wealth already at 11 years old. All right. Anyway, amazing. Okay, that's all I have to share this morning. As I said, it's already been a great morning. So much great things to share. Yes, and teach what? Vigilance. Yes, vigilance. Know what your place is, where your place should be, and to not give in where you're going to get lost. You will. Meaning of life suddenly. Oh, where did it go? Around which corner did it disappear to? Now, which corner did you turn and left it? The meaning of your life. Yes, because desires, sadly, guide more people out there than the directions and guidance of God. But we can find back to that. That's the great thing. The love of God is always waiting. Always. Beautiful. Wonderful. God's love and blessings always. May He protect you, and I will talk to you another time.